EA Sports, within the game. I can't believe it. They pulled it out. What a call. What a play. What a game.
Got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give a and I flex. While you dare look in the press, feel to get up in your chest while I soak up my success. Getting tokens for your stress. I'll be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage. Acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, what you handsome. You and dance on. Tell your boyfriend, go and put your pants on. Down. The best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around.
We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today we've got an AFC East matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
First play, and Wilson wants to throw it. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
You know, as a head coach, you can't hide everything from your team. They know that people think that they're not supposed to be on the field with them. So they designed a heck of a game plan, didn't they? Nice fast start, get out after them, and maybe let everyone know that they're here to compete.
And get this home crowd behind them early as well.
Yeah, that's a huge part of it, isn't it? Because if you get the home crowd involved, sometimes you can ride that wave, and that gives you a little added pep.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Off play action. Allen. And this one is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
This is brought in by the tight end, Tommy Sweeney. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he is going to lose yardage here. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Singletary, they'll run for it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Bills are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And even with that broken tackle, can't get very far. Stopped short of the 30. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Play action. It's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, this defense was victimized earlier in this opening quarter. This time, a measure of revenge.
Well, they always tell defenses you have to have a short memory. But I also think it helps if you remember what happens to you before, and now you're able to flip it around. They didn't want to show weakness and let this offense think they could do whatever they want. And they turned things around in that case and picked one off themselves.
On 1st down, they stick with Singletary. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 27, Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 7-7, our score after 1. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll toss this right side to Singletary. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Singletary again. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's Allen. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Allen going to go on 4th down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once...
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. For the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is going to get out of bounds through the end zone, and that will go as a turnover as the defense will get it at the 20-yard line. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Berrios now from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They go play action now. Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 3rd down, Wilson. This is Smith with a grab. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 28 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage.
And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 33. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Wilson will throw again. And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's fourth down. So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on fourth down, may as well make him punt it. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
A final shot before half for Allen. Going deep for Diggs. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. To throw, it's Allen. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Allen's throw is complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. He's got room at the 30. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. On first down, Allen. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Touchdown! Isaiah McKenzie, 28 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it's in the center of the ring or...
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try. Tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Wilson to throw. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Hall. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
4th down. Here's Wilson. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
That's good for the Jets. First and 10.
Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And check down complete to Hall. No gain on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They go play action with Wilson. Open man is Uzomah. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
Here we go. Brings up 4th down and 10.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Zerline connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. This ball complete to the tight end, Sweeney. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Singletary trying the left side. A solid stiff arm. 104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for two. He's got it at the 2. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting him to shreds.
They'll run with Hall. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That good for 19 and a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Here's Wilson. And he'll find Hall. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, 37 yards. And the Jets have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
Now Wilson. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the fourth. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space. Let them do what they do.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the handoff, running left, Singletary. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Here's Allen. He's got the hookup with Diggs. Down inside the 10. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime, they've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score, in this time frame, That's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
The finishes. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. He's at the 50, 30, 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're doing a little bit.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive?